We'll be working on an 11 by 14 inch canvas and starting with 3 acrylic paint colors to make our background. The colors we'll be using are black, white, and dark blue. So gather your paints and materials and then follow along with the step-by-step video as I teach you how to paint. We're going to start by covering the lower third of our canvas with white paint. So take a flat brush and just use a side-to-side motion until it's evenly covered. Then, dip that same brush into your blue paint and fill in the middle section of your canvas using that same side-to-side motion. Finally, dip into your black paint and fill in the top part of your canvas. Now it's time to blend the colors. Grab a little more white and then begin blending the colors into each other using that same side-to-side motion. This is going to give our night sky a more natural look. Next, grab a dry brush. I'm using a 3-inch chip brush and blend even more. I'll be using 4 shades of green: a forest green, a Christmas green, a minty green, and a lime green. I'll also be using a lemon yellow and white. And for the brush, a number 10 or other large round brush will work just fine. Start by dipping into the lightest shade of green. This will be our lime green. And then draw a very crude triangle onto your canvas. The tip of the triangle should be about 1.5 to 2 inches below the top edge of your canvas to leave room for the star. And the sides of the tree should stretch out to the bottom corners of the canvas. Next, dip into the darkest shade of green, this is our forest green, and begin brushing long strokes near the base of your tree. These strokes should be about 3 inches long or so, and as you can see, they are not perfect in any way. Dip the tip of your brush into some black paint and begin brushing thin strokes going upward from the bottom edge of your canvas, but don't coat it completely. We still want to see that forest green coming through. Next, I want you to dip into your Christmas green color and fill in the area just above the forest green with 3-inch long strokes like you did earlier. It's perfectly fine if some of that darker green or black gets dragged into it. Now load your brush with some of that cool minty green and add a layer of 3-inch strokes above the Christmas green layer. And then finally, grab some more of that lime green that we started with and use that to fill in the tip of your triangle. At this point, it's going to look like we've just painted a very grassy volcano, but I promise it'll get better. Grab a thin liner brush and dip into your lemon yellow paint. Begin making tiny brush strokes up and down your tree, anywhere you like. Once you're happy with the amount of yellow, dip into your white paint and do the same thing. Using that same liner brush, paint a white star on top of your tree. Make sure to add the base that sits on the tip of your tree. Now go over your white star with some of that lemon yellow. And then, if you have some golden yellow on hand, add some shading to your star. Now it's time to add our fairy lights. You can pick any paint colors you like. I'm using a wintry blue, light purple, a berry pink, primary red, golden yellow, and metallic gold. Now you're going to be amazed at how easy it is to do this. Grab a variety of different size brushes because we'll be using the back end of each brush to make different size dots on our tree. So just grab a brush, dip the back end into the color of your choice, and begin dabbing little dots onto your tree in random places. You'll need to reload after every 3 or 4 dots. And don't forget to add some floating dots outside of your tree. This is how we get that whimsical fairy light look. Clean the end of your brush and dip into your second color. Repeat using the same process. Do the same thing for each and every paint color. As you can see, I decided to add in some of that lemon yellow and white too. You want to completely cover your tree with as many colorful dots as possible to give it that whimsical look. And I think adding more white dots than any other color really helps with that. Now grab your liner brush and paint some metallic gold onto your star. Dip into your white paint and add some highlights to the sides of each point in your star. Use the back end of your liner brush to add tiny gold dots around your star. But if you find you don't like how that looks, add some short gold strokes going out from your star to make it look like it's shining. And that's it, you're all done. Let's take a look at our finished painting. Doesn't it look great? See, you can paint anything as long as you break it down into simple steps.